It's time to rock and roll!
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Waffle Press Movie Hangouts. I'm your host, Diego Crespo. I'm very tired, even a week after Comic-Con. Also tired with me is a very special guest, but first I'll introduce my co-host, Gina Versa.
Yeah, I'm still got my sunglasses on. I'm still recovering from my Comic-Con hangover. I could barely talk or use sentences. I'm too tired, like Slurms Mackenzie.
I hit 32,000 steps on Friday, just so everyone knows.
God.
Yeah, I didn't know that was humanly possible, but yeah, let's just jump to the guest. Felicia, can I say your last name on here or no?
Yeah.
Okay, Felicia
Sounds
Wade.
good.
Hi, how are you?
Woo! Hello, happy to be here. Very
Yeah,
good to have you.
we met literally like the day before Comic-Con or like 2 days before Comic-Con, right?
Yeah.
A week before.
Yeah, the week before Comic-Con.
Yeah, mutual friends, Andrew Salazar, discussing film. Tell us a little bit about yourself before we get into the hot topics of today's episode.
Yeah, no, speaking of discussing film, yeah, I'm also a writer on the site with Andrew, and I help run the Instagram for discussing film. Very fun stuff we're doing, trying to do more reels because Instagram wants to kill photos on their photo sharing app.
Yeah,
I've been fucking onto that shit forever. So like I've recently people know like I've shifted more into photography a lot lately, and it's like they're not welcoming to like widescreen landscape stuff like at all. It's always like the portrait from your phone shit, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's like your photo sharing app.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you want like different aspect ratios, different
irony.
shapes and sizes? But hey, I'm not running Instagram because I'm not a rich idiot. But
I also have a background in photography too, which is why like I was so gravitated to Instagram to begin with. And it's funny because technically landscape photos are the desired like aspect ratio for photography, but Instagram like is only, and even video too, it's like all portrait, and it's like it's because they just cater to what you're viewing on your phone. But technically, if you were like consuming this media elsewhere, it like that's not how you watch videos, you know, like that's not how we watch movies. But it's like you have to adapt to that if you want to do well on their platform.
Gene and I have been like talking about like plugging out little clips of our other episodes. So clips will be plugged out from this episode and put on a reel for Instagram algorithms and all that stupid bullshit. But what's not stupid bullshit is you work very hard, and it was like you and Andrew and like a lot of other people we know who went to Comic-Con with us and were like, let's go get lunch, and everyone's like, I'm stuck in Hall H, or I'm at this thing or that thing, and it's like I get it. I got to kind of have a weekend to myself over there, and I had a great time. Did you have a good time at Comic-Con? Because it sounds like you were pretty busy.
Yeah,
very busy. It's not new for me to just be sitting in panels, even before discussing film stuff. Just attending Comic-Con in general, I was a panel junkie. Like I did, like my main like focus of the con was to sit in panels just for fun, because I loved being in that room and like hearing those announcements with other fans. And I tell people this all the time: if you could like bottle up the energy that Hall H has, like I don't know, there's some weird magical mystery that goes on in there. Like you really feel like the energy of everyone in the room, and you're so excited, and there's no place that you could have that feeling. It's indescribable. So that's what I go after every time. I love the energy. I love just being in there. So it wasn't very different from previous years. The only difference was sitting on my phone and making sure I memorized every trailer, every quote that James Gunn said, and write it down. Be like, James Gunn just said this. I'm like, oh gosh, I hope I'm quoting this right. I hope, like, even as he's talking, I'm like, okay, he just said this. All right. Hopefully I got that. And taking pictures at the same time and throwing that up. That was a lot.
Yeah, I was looking at the feed. It was It was because I was living vicariously because I don't do Hall H. It's just I love to watch it after, but it's just a little too much. Which not for everyone, but like I was living vicariously through the discussing film, catching up on like the news and everything. So
I have a cousin who he's self-proclaimed discussing film fan.
Nice.
But he lives in England, which is the funniest thing. And like we chat movies and stuff. But I remember one day he sent me a message and he's like, I saw you wrote this article. And I was like, yeah. And he's like, when did you start doing this? I love discussing film. I get all my movies updates. I'm like, sorry, I don't know, new development. But he sent me a picture while I was in Hall H of like him on his computer, and he had like the discussing film page open, and he's like, can't wait to hear everything you like are covering. And I was like, oh my gosh, wow, this is like a weird full circle moment.
Yeah, that's really cool. What was the most exciting thing from that Marvel panel? Because they had like the High Evolutionary, they had like Guardians 3 footage that you could see.
It was really cool because where we were sitting in Hall H, it was like where the High Evolutionary came out. So we were literally in the row, only like 3 people down from where he was like standing. And when the lights came on, like to spotlight on him, everyone was like, oh, and I was like, wait, where is he? And he was right next to us. So that was a really like cool moment that he was like right there staring at all of us, like like coming in, which was great. I mean, he's such a great actor. So it was cool to have that moment to see him like come out in the audience. I love when they do little audience things. It's a basic move, but I'm a sucker.
No, like the vibe of Comic-Con is like such a tangible thing when you're there. And like I'm someone who's kind of just over like a lot of the big stuff that's there. Like I was walking around the first day, like the first full day on Thursday, just like this is fun, but like I don't really care about a lot of this. And then in the corner I see like a really discreet like film company called Full Moon Pictures, and they do like the Puppet Master franchise that only I care about.
Oh.
And I was like, I was
Specific
geeking out
thing.
about that. I was like, the Puppet Master guys so like it's just infectious. Like it's just fun to like get excited about that stuff. And I missed the big Hall H day. I saw the John Wick 4 trailer with our buddy Andrew.
But that was really awesome. Who knew
fucking awesome.
Keanu was coming out?
Yeah.
I'm kind of jealous I wasn't there. So
we're like
there
20
you go.
feet away, and I'm like, I could sense
you
him.
can almost touch him.
Yeah, if I like jump over all these people. I just got to push security out of the way. You know, maybe punch a security guard, and then I can get straight to him. And
to Keanu.
Yeah, to Keanu. Yeah.
But I feel like he would do like a John Wick move and like flip you off or something. Like he'd like
no, I wouldn't. I would never actually rush towards Keanu. I would just be like, "Thank you for your time, my lord," or whatever the fuck.
He'd be like waving away. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Keanu as the Silver Surfer. That's all I want.
No.
No, that's never gonna happen. But okay.
No. Keanu has rejected them a lot of times. Because he's happy doing what he's doing. He's good. He's good.
He has 4 John Wick movies. He really doesn't need anything more.
Yeah, and he's gonna have a 5th one eventually. And then that'll hopefully wrap it up. I love those movies, but they got a finite amount of time.
Yeah.
That was a great panel too, though. It was a conversation between Andrew Stanton, Tim Miller, and Chad Stahelski, who directs the John Wick movies. It was really creatively invigorating. So that's a favorite thing I saw at Comic-Con. Like panel wise, is Hall H just going to take it for you? I mean, I feel like that's kind of, the crown jewel of Comic-Con in a way.
It's funny that is the crown jewel, but it also is the worst line experience, like all around. Like if you even want to get in there, like you need to sell a kidney. So it's like sad how hard it is to get into it, and I really wish Comic-Con would change their line system, at least for that room, because it's a big room. It's 6,000 people. Like anyone who wants to go should be able to get in there and not have to wait 42 hours in line.
Yeah, that's kind of inhumane.
It is. And
that is.
if you're paying, like say you bought a 4-day badge, like you're gonna miss an entire day just in line.
Mhm.
You're not even utilizing your badge that you spent so much money on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
but part of
I think the Geneva Convention should outlaw it.
I think that the hall should be like streamed online. You know, because like if you're there in Hall H,
They
you're still gonna
could,
get the
yeah.
experience. And other panels stream online. You know, like a lot of I don't know if the Collider people did it this year. I haven't checked, but like they always like stream their Q&As or like upload them later.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they do.
well, you know, just do that. It's fine. It's still exclusive if
Yeah.
you're there. You're still gonna get shit you're gonna be
Yeah.
able to not get
Yeah, and
anywhere
then
else.
there's, you know, and there's also trailers. They have yet to release the Guardians 3 trailer,
Mhm.
and the Ant-Man Quantumania one. So like you're still gonna get that, like, we got that first look and
Yeah.
that type of
Yeah.
thing.
It's like
It's not online yet. Yeah.
It's just in people's brains.
hmm
Yeah. That's cool. What was it? There was
Okay,
Baby
no, go ahead,
Rocket.
Jen.
There
There,
was Baby.
yeah, Baby Rocket. Wow. I honestly, I am a crier. So I was crying the entire time, even before they showed the trailer, because James Gunn came out very somber and was like,
Mhm.
this is the last one. And then every person who kept coming out like was tearing up. And then Sean Gunn was like, the best part about doing these movies is with my brother. And I was like,
Aw,
stop.
that's really cool. Especially
I'm gonna
like,
cry.
especially I could imagine how emotional he is, like getting kicked off the movie like 4 years ago before Comic-Con too. It's kind of like full circle.
Yeah, I think I can't remember who either Chris Pratt or one of the other cast members said like we're only doing this because of him and happy like that we were able to realize it.
Yeah.
So
That's really
it was good.
sweet. Yeah,
The trailer was good. Yeah,
I
Baby Rocket.
definitely would have cried because like I love the Guardians movies, and Guardians 2
Yeah.
gets me like every time.
All the time.
Yeah,
Beyond you guys.
everyone who knows me knows I won't shut up about how I think it's the best one. Like
It is.
no competition. So I'm really looking
I
forward
agree.
to that trailer. Thank you. Yes,
Yeah.
this
I
is
mean,
why we're
that-
friends.
The opening of it, you know, with Mr. Blue Sky, like that is still
Mhm.
like
Yeah,
it remains in my head for like rent free.
Yeah.
and like I'll never forget when Gene and I saw it. The moment it was over, I just turned to him and I was like, I think that's the best one. Like,
Oh, that's
we've
right,
ever
yeah.
done.
Yeah.
And I stand by that to this day. Although you also saw the Black Panther 2 trailer, and then I'm reminded, oh yeah, Black Panther is also really good.
That one's good.
Yeah, and
Surprisingly
then
good.
we all saw that trailer and we're like, whoa, that looks really good. And
Mhm.
people are probably gonna cry if it comes together, because I know that was a pretty difficult situation to fall out of an unfortunate real life tragedy.
Yeah.
Maybe some actors not cooperating with safety protocols or
Mhm.
whatever.
Health.
That's just out
reasons,
there. I don't want
yeah.
to talk
Yeah,
specifically about that, but everyone knows.
Right.
And,
Everyone knows, and it's clear that said actress, she like barely talked on the panel.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it was an interesting choice. Was it because of everything that's transpired, or was she really sad, or was she a mixture of both? But she literally didn't say a word on the panel.
She didn't say one word? Like she didn't say like hello or like Comic-Con or no? Man. They had the Marvel snipers or something.
I don't know. Like I think she said something about Chadwick, but I don't think no, technically when it came to her character or anything about the movie like she really like everyone else talked but her.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's all I'll say.
Choices were made.
Mhm.
It sucks because she would have been the natural heir to take on the mantle of Black Panther, and who knows if like they're gonna do that. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Who knows? I think I know someone who knows, but that's another podcast topic for another time.
Well, it's a bummer because like Shuri's was such an incredible character when Black Panther came out, and it's unfortunate
Yeah, she
that we're here now.
Her and Chadwick's like chemistry was just like, it felt like they were real life siblings, like watching that movie. And it was like so touching. And yeah, it's
also just to have just like a female character in the Marvel universe that's a scientist and like doesn't need anyone and like can do it herself and is like the brains behind Wakanda like was really inspiring to see.
Yeah.
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 It's. I hope that works out because that trailer is really.
The
incredible.
trailer's really good. I'm also very excited to see Neymar.
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
Neymar. Yeah. I
I'm
think
very excited.
the first Marvel character, technically. No, wait. No, the
Namor?
Human Torch. No, he's a second.
Yeah.
He's a second.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't know that. I know Namor. I don't know Namor.
Yeah.
I was on the Action for Everyone podcast talking about my Comic Con experience last year, so I linked below. Go check out, support the boys. But like, what I mentioned was most exciting to me about Namor in this is like he's very inspired by like
Aztec.
Mayan like iconography and mythology. It looks like, which is like really cool. I've never seen that in a big budget movie before. You know?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, no. Oh, I agree.
yeah, even though Namor is like notoriously the one thing everyone does know about him is that he's an asshole.
Yeah, he's an
So
asshole.
that's fine.
Yep.
Representation can go both ways. It's cool to be an asshole sometimes in movies, you know.
I would just say he's just. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say we all need a villain, and it's clear they're kind of leaning towards that, but I think he'll end up joining somehow the superhero team. But it just seems like that's what it is. There's some conflict. They're part of it, and who knows how that's gonna get resolved.
Yeah, that's interesting because like in the comics, he's such a jerk. He like screws people over. He teams up with like maybe like both good and bad. He teams up with Captain America or Doctor Doom. Tries to steal Mr. Fantastic's wife multiple times.
Yeah, I know. He's also worked with the Fantastic Four, so like it's a weird dynamic for him.
Yeah, and I wonder how much of that will be translated to the MCU because I feel with Doctor Strange they had a lot of nuance with the Illuminati that they were kind of morally gray, you know. So hopefully more of that. I'd like to see.
I disagree. I think they're in the wrong in that movie because they're doing the same thing their Doctor Strange did, but we don't have time to talk about how that's actually a really good movie.
That's another can of worms.
I'll do another Doctor Strange podcast.
We're going on a tangent. We could have Andrew on here and do one just on Multiverse of Madness.
Let's fucking do it. But I know we got to move along because we don't have you.
But
super
But
long
anyways,
today.
the last thing I'll say is it, you know, as like a Mexican, it was really cool to see Tenochtitlan like speak in Spanish at the panel, and then there was like a family behind me, and they're like, "What's he saying? Are they going to translate it?" And I like looked, and I was like, "No." Because that message was for us. Sorry. I was like, I'm not even gonna take the time to translate it for you. Like, I'm sorry.
No, I didn't know he did that. That's great. I love that.
Yeah, he did a whole like, so he said something like, you know, I'm here because of diversity inclusion, and he said, and I'd also like to say something in Spanish for my community. So he literally like went on a little ramble and was like, you know, I like have the video, but it's something like, you know, people, you know, who have immigrated here and stuff, like this is for us, and like, you know, never stop dreaming, that type of like inspiration. But it was really cool to see him like in Hall H, his first time, first panel, first freaking MCU thing. And he's like, wait a minute, I'm taking the mic and I need to have this like moment.
Nice.
It's funny.
It was
a friend of mine, they texted me after that Black Panther 2 trailer dropped, and they were like, "Why the fuck didn't you tell me he was in this movie?" I was like, I'm like walking around all day. That was a day I didn't eat for like 10 hours. Like just because, you know, when you're in the Comic-Con walking vibe, you're just like going from place to place.
You don't eat. You literally, I tell people, I'm like, you're lucky if you get a total of 6 hours the whole weekend and maybe eat one good meal.
Yeah, you were fucking smart though, because you had snacks. You guys came prepared. I did not.
Yeah.
So, yeah, good on you for that. But yeah, they were texting me like, I don't think you understand like how big this is. So like, the Namor casting's already like, now that it's like public, like it's like making waves, which is like really cool to see. And I'll also remember to bring granola bars next time.
Yeah.
This is not my first rodeo. This is
Mhm.
after doing the math, 15 years of Comic-Con, something like that. So it's like
Wow.
after you've been doing it for so long,
That beats
you
me.
you have to
Yeah.
know to always have snacks on you.
I've only been going to Comic Con for like 6 years, so that's crazy. That's
Yeah,
really
so
good.
Yeah.
you've been doing this since you were like just so young. Like
Yeah, I was
how?
13. Yeah,
Wow. So it's
How?
like
my first
2007.
Comic-Con, 2008.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any early memories from Comic Con you want to say?
Sure. It was not what it is today. It still was very big.
Mhm.
So still like on a like at least media presence. Like all the big companies were there. Like WB always had their big booth.
Yeah.
When Fox was a thing, Fox had the second biggest booth. And then I remember like my first year, there's like a big ABC Family booth, like that. Like it was interesting. What were the like giants for the time? But my first year was very just like explore, like it was my first convention. So like
Mhm.
explore the exhibit hall, shop. And like that was a time where they would give out, like every booth would give out free stuff. So I remember like they gave us, you know, the big Comic-Con bags we have now, but they were double the size. So it was like the size of my body. Because I was so
Wow.
small. And like I remember coming home and my mom was like, "What did you get? How much money did you spend?" I was like, "I didn't. Like this was all free stuff they handed out. It was like posters, like DC would hand out like first issues of things, like whatever they were like whatever new comic they had at the time, they were handing out. Like it was literally like I had like stacks of comic books and whatever like new shows they were promoting, they would like hand out like magnets, t-shirts, keychains, like lanyards. Like those were the stuff I remember. DC would also do buttons, so they would have like the Superman logo, like Wonder Woman, and they were really nice. They were like these chrome buttons, which I still have,
Nice.
just like for their different heroes. So I would say like on that level it was different, where you just like walk around and like get free stuff from the booths and stuff. That was really enjoyable. And
Yeah.
I think they stopped doing that around like 2014, maybe. I think was kind of like the last year I really remember them handing out like the free stuff, the poster tubes and stuff you'd get in like right in the morning. Try to go to the
Nice.
Fox booth, snag a poster tube, have it on your back the whole con. But yeah, I would also say like panels have changed too. Like
Mhm.
there was a time like that first year I was able to just walk into Hall H. Like it wasn't hard to like go see
Wow.
a big panel. One of my favorites was Scott Pilgrim versus the World, and seeing like Edgar Wright and stuff. And that was like a walk-in. Same thing. Like literally the doors, there was no like line shoots on the side. So you literally would just like the doors were open and you would like walk in mid-panel and just find a seat.
Wow.
I know,
That's
different
that's
times.
yeah, that feels
Very
like a
different.
different like time
Yeah.
and era. That's crazy.
Yeah, I again, I only went to Hall H like at the last minute for the director's
John Wick.
panel that turned to
Yeah.
the John Wick 4 trailer. Thank you, Andrew. But I did walk around the convention center with Andrew. We're trying to find one of the other discussing film people, and the line just it kept going. Like not all those people
Going.
got in. Like there's no way, and it like
Mhm.
wrapped around like this park by the harbor, and then kept going down the harbor into this
Mhm.
little like seaside village area, which is
That's
very
the
Yep.
beautiful. But San Diego is a beautiful city.
it is, yeah.
I walked back by myself on the last day on Saturday, and I just had a great time just taking pictures
Oh.
and seeing the street artists. Like it was fantastic even without Comic-Con. I love San Diego, but
Mhm.
I was like flabbergasted at how fucking long that line was. Like you could have like
Yeah.
raised an army. Like if you got these
Crazy.
nerds riled up, I think they could take over the city. You know,
Yeah.
you could have like a Joker
Probably.
situation going on.
Yeah.
But
I was gonna say, didn't the security say like one guy like tried to bum rush the line or something? They're like, I'm not sure if
I don't
anyone
know
told
about
us.
that
Someone
one.
told us that, but yeah, it's intense. There's like just security and yeah. I'm also like glad. I was gonna point out that I'm really glad for the staff for really enforcing masking and things like that, like COVID and
Oh,
vaccination.
absolutely. And even just like on the exhibit hall floor, like that they were always having like the announcement, like please wear your mask and stuff. I was like, good.
Mhm.
Like some of you guys need to put your mask on because there are people there from around the world. Like I met people from Australia, like coming all the way out here, to be there, and people all around our country, like people from New York, people from Seattle, like Canada, like you name it, they're all there. So it really could definitely be a recipe for disaster as a mass spreader event.
Yeah, what's if I was gonna say, if you heard anything from Celebration, all the cases that
Yeah, thank God. Same thing. Celebration was also did the same like clear COVID scan thing we had to do, and they had the wristbands as well, and they were also enforcing masks. But of course, there's always people who aren't masking. But I'm grateful that I didn't catch COVID at that convention either, but I definitely had friends who did.
Same.
Ouch.
Don't
I
like
got
COVID.
I got the notification on my phone that someone I was near
You've
got
been,
it. And then I was like, all right, testing every day, let's do this. So far so good. Feeling great.
Also, I guess we should all clap because we all tested, right? Negative.
Yeah.
Yeah, negative. I tested like twice. So
Yeah. I mean, I did have it
Same
before in January.
Yeah.
So maybe that helped ward it off again. But I don't know how antibodies work or whatever.
I don't know. I've never gotten it. Never gotten it.
Yeah, how the fuck has that happened? You go out like more than I do now, and it's
I don't know. I have a healing factor like Wolverine.
Yeah. Oh, Felicia, by the way, just like if you have to like go sooner or anything like that, just don't hesitate to let us know, because I want to shift into Prey.
All good
now.
Yeah. Try to
which
think of,
Gene has not seen, but Gene, is there anything else you want to talk about?
I haven't seen Prey either.
Oh my god, guys!
Well, it's because you guys went to the screening.
I didn't go.
And while Diego and
Andrew,
co went.
Okay, you know what? Then scratch that. We'll keep going Comic-Con.
We can watch Prey and get back to you on it.
Yeah, please.
I've seen it this week. Yeah.
I heard it's really good. I've only heard good things, and I love Predator, so I mean,
it's so fucking good.
I've heard it's really good.
It's so fucking good.
It's good. Yeah.
It was so good, and it's a criminal that they're not playing it in theaters across the country, because I think this is like a fucking barn burner. Like, it's a Predator movie, so the kills, at least like one or two of them are going to be like kind of badass. But there's like,
and also you got to meet the cast, right? Which I thought was amazing.
I had so much fun. I fucked up though, because like when they took us into the theater, first of all, I gotta explain this whole thing. So we get to the Collider screening. We have our registered tickets that say confirmed seating. Then there's a line on the outside. We're like, okay, well, we have confirmed seating, so that shouldn't be a problem. And we get up to the front, get our passes, and they're like, well, we're trying to find some extra seats. I'm like, what do you mean you're trying to find extra seats? And they're like, well, we're just trying to make sure everyone has a good seat. And I was like, they overbooked it, didn't they?
Yeah.
And they totally fucking overbooked it. There was another line forming behind us for the confirmed seats that they couldn't find seats for. So Frosty, watch the fuck out, dude.
He's hiding. He's in hiding right now. He's in a bunker.
I felt bad because like I got in, our group got in. A lot of people were behind us who were promised confirmed seating and did not get
pitchforks.
In. That's just fucked up. That's all. And we got very lucky. We were the last ones to get in. We got in right when the 20th Century logo was playing. Like the movie just started. I didn't miss a single frame of it.
That's good.
But that's super fucking lucky, and that shouldn't happen. But after the movie's over, so we're all sitting in separate spots. The theater guys are like guiding us to our like free spot seats. I'm in the front row, the far right corner. After the movie ends, everyone stands up, standing ovation. I didn't even realize I participated in it. I just like stood up because I was so fucking pumped up. And then like people are like, I could see people are like getting ready to leave or something like that next to me. I'm like, the screen's to my left, behind me to the right. There's people. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess people are gonna head out. I thought there was a Q&A. That's weird. And then the lights start coming on for the Q&A. Frosty's getting the chairs ready, and he welcomes the cast and crew. And it was the cast and crew like piling up right behind me.
Wow.
I could have just turned, gotten a selfie with all of them. Yeah. But I got a selfie with Amber Midthunder, who is the lead in the film, and she's terrific. she's so fucking good in the movie. The entire like cast that was there is really good. It's her,
Backcast.
this newcomer named Dakota Beavers, who this is his first movie, and it's just like, don't lose track of this guy. Like, this dude's got like action star charisma. He was super excited. You could tell everyone was like really proud of the movie they just made. Dan Trachtenberg did look exhausted though.
They wheeled him out. Wheeled him in.
He fucking looked tired.
Yeah.
I think the shoot was a little difficult just because like it was like a 2-month plus shoot, which is just, you know, that's exhausting. The effects, this is a problem with the movie. I would say is like some of the animal stuff looks a little not 100%, but like whatever. It's a low budget movie. It's
Well, I
still
think that's
fucking-
a issue we see a lot with right now, TV and film, and even if you guys seen Marvel has been under fire
Yeah.
recently with visual
Yeah.
effects. And it's not that they can't do it, but from what I'm hearing is like the turnaround time for some of these things is like they just don't have the time to really like give it the care. And like it's not that they don't have the money, it's just they're telling them you need it by tomorrow. And it's like you can't expect someone to do their best work in such like in those conditions.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
And like
correct.
a big problem too is like then the people that do sometimes get more of the resources allocated to them maybe aren't great at determining how to capture special effects on camera versus like Dan Trachtenberg, who has proven like since the get-go he's been able to. Like his first thing that got him to blow up was like a Portal fan film. I don't know if you all remember that.
Yeah.
And it's like,
No
you know,
Escape.
it's wonky effects, but like for a no budget thing, it's like it looks amazing.
Yeah, in
you know?
2011 too.
Really? It's that long ago? Fuck.
Yeah, it's long ago.
Wow.
Yeah,
Jesus.
it's a good
But
one. Love Portal.
yeah. But
Yeah.
he directs the shit out of it. It's so fucking good. If there's any other issues, like maybe it's sometimes that the action is a little cut too fast, and I'm like kind of have to like reorient myself, like double take, like, okay, did that just okay, that happened, okay, we can move on, okay, did that just happen, or that person was over there, okay, got it. And it's like it happens a couple times. It's not like a deal breaker. Otherwise I hate to be someone to say this like so like off like the front of like a release, but like it kind of just is the best Predator sequel. Like it's just I like all the Predator movies.
Yeah.
But it's the best one. Like it's the one I could recommend to another human being. Every other one is like, you know, I like Predator 2 a lot.
Yeah.
Do you like things that will get you canceled if you admit you like them? Then you might like Predator 2. Do you like Predators? I like Predators. It's like kind of a more boring version of the first movie, but I like it, you know. The Predator I can never recommend to another human being on the planet.
What about Predator versus was it Alien versus Predator?
Alien versus Predator.
I have a soft spot for both of those movies.
So do I.
Our boy Liam O'Donnell from the AVPR production history, blown up to make great action sci-fi movies of his own. AVPR has a really cool Predator. That's what I'll say. This is the last thing I have to mention before we go back to just talking about regular nerd shit. I have like this is just a nerd thing. I think the Predator moves a little wonky a lot of the time. I don't really like the way he moves in Predator 2. I think the head's too big. And Predators, I think all their heads are too big, and they feel like men in suits, which is like fun. There's a charm to that, but like with modern technology, I kind of expect them to move a little better. The AVP Predators, I like the look of them. I think they're all kind of bulky. I think the best Predators, like cinema wise, are like the one from AVPR, which is not like it's not just sugarcoating it. I think that Predator is actually like the way it moves looks really cool.
Yeah, Pred Alien too.
The Pred Alien's great. It's a great design. The Predator from The Predator, I actually like. I like it. I think it's got like an imposing figure frame. It moves like it feels tangible. It doesn't feel like a man in a suit or too digital a lot of the time. And this Predator looks fucking fantastic. The redesign is so badass. The weaponry is like it's not entirely what you expect, but it's like familiar. Like you can see because everyone knows this takes place in 1700s. You can see how this stuff becomes stuff we see later, which is really cool. It's a great fucking time.
Just go see it.
Put up a tarp in
Yeah, just watch it,
someone's
guys.
backyard with a big backyard. Get everyone together, crack open some cold ones, and just enjoy the ride because it fucking rocks.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, we're not getting paid to say this, but go watch it on Hulu if you have nothing to watch.
Yeah. It's not a whole lot out. I don't want to see Thor again. Yeah.
That's true.
But, Comic-Con.
That's my Predator thing. Is there anything else Comic-Con wise? Anything else?
Yeah.
Oh, Felicia, you also do cosplay.
Yes. I only cosplayed on Sunday as Miss Marvel. The other days because I was sitting in panels. There's no reason for me to throw on a whole costume and makeup if I'm gonna sit in a panel with 1,000 other sweaty nerds who probably haven't showered all weekend.
They probably didn't.
I'm sure they didn't.
No, the best cosplay I saw was someone had a big sign that said, "Remember to put on deodorant and body spray." And I was like, "Thank you, God." Someone's standing up for truth and justice.
They should have announced that on the speakers. Just like I had to shower like 3 times. Like one day, I was like that sweaty when I went back to the hotel. It was just like, God, it's like sweating.
Yeah, it's true. Like you're walking around all day and stuff, or even just like to go back to the hotel and like change before you go out in the evening. That's what Cindy and I did. We had a party to go to on Friday and we like went back, we changed, we freshened up. Like you just need to. It's a long convention day. The sun's blazing hot if you're gonna even walk outside. You know, we're still in the middle of summer. Like it's gonna happen. But you know, take that time to take that extra care or carry deodorant in your bag like I do. You know,
that's a good strategy.
Yeah. When you go to the bathroom,
it's not hard.
When you go to the bathroom, just reapply. Or like if you're just like outside, as long as you don't have to like undress fully or something like that, reapply once in a while. No one will be upset at you for reapplying deodorant.
No one.
Also just wash your hands even without COVID. I saw a lot of people not doing that. Like
that's gross.
Yeah,
that's fucking gross. You weird.
Or carry hand sanitizer. Carry hand sanitizer with you. Or if you're gonna go touch some people's stuff in artists alley too, like if you're picking up someone's art and stuff, make sure you're sanitizing your hands before you touch merchandise or product, please. It's not hard. There
was too much going on at that con.
I will say the smell in Hall H, like when because everyone is like camping out or whatever. And like right when you walk into Hall H at like 8 a.m, I will say there's like the smell in there is undescribable.
God.
It evens out later in the day because like they blast the AC and stuff and it's fine. But I will say like the moment you walk in, it is like an undescribable smell.
Oh no. That's too bad.
Yeah, people camping out on the floor. Like it's gonna happen.
Yeah. Poor fellas.
They should have a section of the harbor open, be like, here's your wash station. You can't like undress, you can't do anything like nasty, but go in and rinse off at least. Maybe the ocean water will help you out or something.
Something.
When I've had to camp out in previous years, like I would have like kind of like a wash kit basically with me, and I would like immediately when we would get in there.
Oh, okay.
When we would get in there, I would like rush the bathroom, and I had like my toothbrush, all that stuff, and I like would freshen up. Like that would be the first thing I would do because like I'm tired. I've been in line for hours. I gotta do that, and I would even bring like a change of clothes too.
Smart.
And like change, be ready for the day. That's the way to do it if you are gonna go through those lengths.
Yeah, expert right there. Yeah.
You learn every year. You learn.
Also, drink a lot of water and sleep as much as you can.
Yeah, always carry a water bottle with you, which is good that the convention has like water bottle stations, and even like certain panel rooms, at least like ballroom 20, they have like a water station in the back of the room where you could refill and stuff. So take advantage of those. Stay hydrated.
Yeah, don't party too hard, which I learned this year.
Gene would get back to the room like at 2:30 in the morning. I'm like, all right, I'm finally going to bed. And then the door just like blasts open. I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I went to the IGN party and the fandom party, and we went too hard. We went too hard.
I might have to just get my own room next time to avoid the door swinging open at 3 in the morning.
Woken him up. He's like, go to bed. Kept telling me like, go to bed or something. Yeah.
I was
But-
fucking
I don't know
tired.
how you did it. I could never. I could never just be out.
Yeah.
Even us going out on Saturday night, that was rough because
I don't know
Yeah.
how any of you did that.
Oh man, my
We
hungover
didn't.
finally broke. Yeah, we didn't. Yeah.
that's why we had our late checkout and we're packing up so late.
Oh
I
man.
have to
Can
thank
you?
you. Well,
Uh-huh.
really quick, I have to thank you for 2 things.
Yeah.
One, for getting the Cowboy Bebop poster for me. Thank you so much. 2, for that first night. What was it? The Thor Love and Thunder
The
sponsored
goats.
thing?
Yeah.
The goats.
The goats?
goats.
No. I'm gonna thank you because when we were all like on the dance floor and everything, I forgot how we got there, but we're like, "Do you want to leave before midnight?" And you were like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Thank
Yeah.
God, I don't have to go back myself. I
Yeah.
can't do that anymore."
I
No,
stayed.
So it was
there.
just nice
I'm
to
glad
find
we did-
someone
We're
else.
we're not getting any younger, but
No.
we
Yeah.
still want to go out and enjoy it. But especially it being Wednesday night and the convention hasn't even started technically, and to be out all night, that's not how you want to start the convention weekend.
No.
You got many more days, long
Mhm.
days,
Pace
and long
yourself.
nights. Yeah, you have to pace yourself. So no, I think we left at the perfect time. We got to hear the DJ and then also see the live band for a little bit.
Yeah, they were great. Flux capacitors.
They're a Comic-Con staple. That's not the
Mhm.
first time I've seen them do something there. They're always doing some sort of party or panel or something.
Yeah, they're great. I was gonna say we got to pet goats. They had live
We
goats.
did go to pet goats and take pictures with them. They were so cute.
Yeah, they look scared, but
They looked very tired. I was like, just get him out of here, man.
They were over it. Yeah.
Yeah,
They were
it's
like,
like-
wow. And that was late for them too, I
Yeah.
imagine.
Mhm.
poor guys. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Poor
that
goats.
was a good time. Trying to think of any other memories we could say. Tom Savini, grumpy.
Tom Savini seems like such an asshole. He is a living legend,
Yeah, he's a
but he
legend.
seems like such an asshole.
He was like, I went up to him and I forgot. I don't think I meant to shake his hand, but like I automatically went, and he's like, "Stay healthy, brother." And he's like, just did a fist bump. But I got a
Okay,
photo.
no, that's cool. That's cool
Yeah,
though.
yeah,
I'm
that
cool
was
with that.
cool. But yeah, like, what did he? Like, I got some stuff signed. Like, and what he told you, like, it's like, where'd you get this from?
Yeah, so for the full disclosure, I like Tom Savini. I wasn't
Awesome.
really interested in standing in line to get signed stuff from anyone, but Gene really wanted to meet him, so I was like, all right, I'll stay in line. Then you went to like some other
The
line to
Funko
buy
line.
something.
Went to the Funko line.
The worst possible answer. But I was
Yeah.
like, okay, I'll just wait in line. Then I'm getting up to Tom Savini. I'm like, hey man, like I'm like right in front of him, so come back. And I needed to get something, so I was like, I'll get a shirt. And then they gave me that card too. So I was like, I'll have him sign the card. And he didn't know that the card was from the station, and he won't sign anything that's not from the station that you have to buy. So he
Yeah.
picks up the card, he looks at me, he's like, where'd you get this? And I was like, I got it from over there, man. He's like, then he asks his employees, like his assistants, like, hey, are we selling these? All right, all right, yeah, okay. All right, man. And then he signed it, and I was like, fucking all right, dude. Like,
Yeah.
and then Gene comes in at the last possible minute.
Just like barged in. It looks like I
Yeah,
cut.
Oh
which
my
is-
But I
God.
didn't
fine.
cut. I didn't cut. You were
You,
saving
no,
us.
you
Yeah.
totally cutted, but well,
Yeah.
no, I
I'm,
guess
I'm
not.
sure everyone who was waiting in line
Got
didn't
pissed.
appreciate it. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay, but you know what?
I
No,
did.
I'm giving Gene shit. He was the first one there. I met up there later, and then he left, and I held his spot in line.
Yeah, because I was getting the Funkos for everyone, and then Ashley.
Yeah.
No, Cindy took my spot in the Funko line, but yeah, Tom Savini was cool. I got to tell him, you're good, and perks of being a wallflower as a shop teacher. He was like, thank you. Like, he's like, I love, like, he told me like a story why he got casted. He's like, they just like Pittsburgh people. Yeah, he was just like, he's so old and crotchety and like grumpy. I was like, yeah, you're all right. You're all right. You're old, you know. It's like your grandpa. It's like he's on his way out. You know, not gonna change anytime soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was cool. I was just gonna bump some company panels because they're I'm contractually obligated to.
Uh-huh. Sure you are.
Yeah. The Attack of the Show panel, great. It was cool. They had Xavier Woods. He was cool. X-Play was cool. To see Adam on the Adam Sessler in the Comic-Con screen was really cool. And then also to see like little B-roll that I worked on at a Comic-Con panel was interesting. It was weird. I got to sit with
Nice.
got to sit with all my company fellows. Chasm, G, he did a fake proposal after, and definitely the highlight. That was definitely the highlight. And then yeah, we got to see friend of the show Woodrow and Anthony Ferrante's new film Nyx. That had a panel. It's coming out in October. And then the Asylum panel for 25th anniversary. Our friend of the show Brendan Patrizzo worked on it. So definitely do a shout out for them. Great panels. And that's all I could bump. That's all of my contract.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I'm incredibly glad it's over, but
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to next year.
Oh man, I'm definitely looking forward to. I was gonna say, what was it like? Because I remember Sunday. I think we were all just tired. We took like one photo. Like, I think it took us like 30 minutes to figure out where to eat at some point.
Yeah.
But the general vibe of that day, and I know we're close on time, was like, I want to go home. I want to go home. I want to go in my bed. I want to like see my family. I want to go back to the real world.
I left before you guys did all that. You guys were kind enough to let me hang out for a little bit too. But I made the stupid plan to go eat dinner when I got back. So I came home, dropped off my stuff, changed, and I was just like a zombie, and it was awful. Let me give some quick advice. Also, if you're taking the train down to San Diego, you're from LA or somewhere else, buy business class.
Yes.
Make sure you get a seat. I don't think this was ethical, but there were not enough seats in coach.
No, we love Amtrak, but
yeah, a lot of overbooking this weekend, I've noticed. Maybe don't do that.
Yeah, they're just trying to sell tickets because it is their most busy weekend. Not everyone is using the Amtrak from LA to San Diego. Exactly. So they're like, yep. Yeah. And so many people are traveling, like there's only so much they can accommodate.
Yeah. Just everyone else to buy your tickets ahead of time. Even if you end up not doing it, just get it just in case. It'll make it a lot easier. Yeah. I'm gonna remember that for next year.
Now you know.
Now I know.
I knocked out on that train. As soon as I got home, like someone drove me home. I knocked out as soon as I went on that bed. So, has everyone like recovered? I was just gonna ask.
Yeah, I'm good now, I think.
Barely. Yeah. But that's because I also went to Disneyland on Friday.
How?
So like, I'm an idiot.
No one who brings snacks to Comic-Con and water is an idiot. You came in clutch.
Yeah, no, I think one of the first days of Comic-Con, I was wearing boots and I got blisters, and like those blisters haven't fully healed, and they just like reopened on Friday. So I was like, great. Yeah, I was rough. And I had like put band-aids, but for some reason, like the part where I put the band-aids were fine, but it was like another like kind of moved up and formed like even at like the top of like my pinky toe. And I was like, wow, are you kidding me? I literally did everything in my power to not have blisters. But it's like, when you're on your feet all day, like, and you have your socks rubbing up against the shoe and stuff, like that's just naturally going to happen.
Yeah.
But it's fine. So my feet haven't fully recovered, but besides that, everything else, I'm okay.
I'm going to spend money specifically on con shoes for the next year.
Yeah.
Just to make sure they're the nicest, most comfortable walking shoes ever. But we will see.
Yeah, I always take insoles. So I did take insoles this year, and it really I'm usually fine at conventions. Do not get me wrong. It really was this year for the first time, just more like my toes and then like my heels rubbing against the shoes. So wasn't my my heel or like the bottom of my feet. It literally was like toes and heels. So I guess next time I'll like make sure I have shoes that don't rub up against my feet like that, or bring more. I had band-aids and stuff, but there's blister blocking band-aids that I wish I brought with me.
Yeah.
So now I know.
Yeah, next time. I was gonna say, Ashley, can you say about the room really quick? The water leak.
The
Was that
what?
the water leak from the
Oh,
Oh, yeah, that
our
was a
hotel
surprise.
room.
our hotel room? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's hard because you're never in your hotel room at all
Yeah.
during
Not
Comic-Con.
really. No.
So like it was just more like a minor inconvenience that we didn't notice until Friday, that there was like in our hotel room, in the bathroom, like there was like, I don't know, like a plastic pipe or something, and it just like there was just like drops. It was like a leak from the ceiling that would like hit our sink in the bathroom. And I thought maybe that was purposeful, because I was like, why would there be a hole in our ceiling on purpose? And
Mhm.
then I was also thinking maybe it was like the air conditioner, because we like constantly had it blasting.
Mhm.
But I don't know why we did it. We chose not to report it the whole time we were there.
Yeah. Ugh.
And
Probably
we were
just
never in our
again,
room. Yeah.
yeah, I think that's what it was. Like, because my plan was like, especially on like Friday, I was like, I was starting to get fucking tired,
Yeah.
and definitely Saturday, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna pack out like at noon, head back to the hotel, nap, and then recuperate for whatever's later. Never made it back, not once in any of the days. It was always like you leave in the morning. I think we got like coffee and like a
Yep. That
bagel,
was good breakfast.
and then I got back
Yep.
like 12 hours later. Like there was never time to go back early. But you know, that's
No.
kind of the fun of it too. You know, it's like,
Yeah. It was an adventure. It's like
yeah,
you're in
And
this.
it was an adventure.
Yeah, it's like
and
you're
you
in this
don't
other
know
world.
like where the day is going to take you either.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
even though you have like, you know, your maybe certain panels you want to do or something you want to do on the floor, you never know like, okay, where am I going to end up getting dinner, or are we like going to go out, or
Mhm.
Jean's going to sneak into a party.
Yeah, I did sneak into. I guess I'll put on record. I snuck into the IGN party. So
Nah, it's fine.
I snuck
It's
in.
fine.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't think IGN's listening.
Yeah.
No, they're all right. Yeah, someone out there monitoring.
Never
No,
know.
we have friends there, but I don't think they're listening to this, and if they are, they're not going to report us like that fucker snuck into the party. Make sure you don't
Yeah.
let him in next year.
It was
Just
2023, no Gene.
edit it out. Edit it out of the podcast.
Yeah, there you
I'm
go.
just gonna put a beep
Something
over him
incriminating.
saying,
Yeah, beep
Mhm.
I snuck into the beep party.
on the record. Beep beep beep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
it
there
was worth
anything
it.
else? Is there anything else Comic-Con wise we want to mention?
Um, I was gonna say, I met Ike from Ike Sandwiches.
Oh yeah, you did. That was cool. I
Yeah.
love that sandwich place.
Yeah, I love
Kind of
it too.
jealous.
It's good. Yeah, we told him. So I was kind of with some friends after all the after parties. We're like, all right, we need to eat something for obvious reasons that I won't get into. Um, but yeah, one guy was like, oh, follow me. So we're following him for a block, and I'm like, where are we going? And then there's an Ike Sandwiches, and I'm like, I love Ike's, and they're like, the friend of a friend was like, oh, this is Ike. This is the owner of all the sandwiches. And he looks, if anyone's been to Ike Sandwiches, there's a cartoon.
They have his picture, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh, you look like the cartoon. He's like, yeah, I am. So it was just like, oh, I love your sandwiches. I was telling him like this, and he's like, oh, thank you. And then at the end of our time there, so I forgot what we were talking to him, and then someone, as we were walking out, was like, oh, fuck Subway, and then he yells out, fuck Subway back. And he
Nice.
Yeah. I was gonna say Maddie Smith. We ran into Matt Smith, Doctor Who.
Oh yeah, my boy.
Yeah, someone told him it's Morbin time. He got really annoyed. But I did tell him. I told him he has nice dance moves. That was a good compliment.
Oh, he's
He
like
does dance well.
he's like a legit actor, and he just
Yeah.
can't
No, he
fucking,
is.
like get
He's a
a
whole thespian.
yeah, and he just can't fucking make it work in Hollywood for
Poor
some
guy.
reason. So I
Poor
don't know
guy.
what the fuck that deal is. I don't know. I'm not watching Morbius. No, I did watch
Morbin time.
Morbius on
I've
TikTok.
never seen it, so I can't.
Don't.
I can't
Someone
report on
Don't
that.
watch
compressed it into a minute-long TikTok, and that's how I saw it.
Yeah.
But
That movie.
you know, that's what it is.
Mhm.
I guess anything else I want to shout out. Thank you to all the cosplayers that got interested in my film camera and let me take a picture of them.
Mhm.
I'm
Always ask.
Yeah. It was, everyone's very nice, and ask cosplayers if you're gonna take pictures of them, just out of like courtesy and stuff like that. I'm sort of like gauging like indoor exposures and stuff like that. And thankfully, all my film roles came out wonderfully, so I'm really happy
Nice.
about that. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to do your Captain Marvel one though, Felicia. So that's I'll have to
Tragic.
get back to that later.
But yes, courtesy when you're shooting cosplayers, always ask for their handles. Sometimes they even have their own cards to get. Always appropriately credit the work, and then vice versa too. Like as a photographer, Diego, you should have cards too that you can.
Yes, we talked about that, and I was like, fuck.
Next year.
Yeah, you have to have cards. I have cards. You should have cards.
I should have cards. Yeah. The next podcast, I will have a card.
Next meeting.
Next meeting, yes, definitely.
They're cheap to make. Just do it.
Oh yeah, yeah. I have like I have InDesign and everything. Like it's
nice.
It's not hard to make. Yeah, I just gotta get them printed now. But we'll see about that. I guess we should move on to Nope. So Felicia, thank you so much for joining us again. Any plugs or anything specifically you want to shout out or have me put in the description notes?
Sure. Obviously, discussing film. Not that they need more shout outs than they do. But yeah, our Instagram is at discussing film. And then obviously I do my own personal stuff, which is cosplay, wrap-up videos, that type of stuff. And that's at Becoming Felicity on Instagram, and I'm Becoming Felicia on Twitter.
Nice.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us. It was great meeting you and like hanging out with you in the span of like 2 weeks, just like back to back. And
I think that's just how the con is. Like, you know, we make new friends, and they honestly become lifelong friends. Every friend that I've met at Comic-Con, we had a group that unfortunately weren't able to meet. It's two San Diego locals. Andrew and I met in the Hall H line, I think a couple of years ago. I think we've known them for 5 years, maybe. That's crazy to think about. At least like 5 years. And this was the first time they both didn't go to Comic-Con. But like, it's crazy to think we met them in the Hall H line 5 years ago. And then every year we would do the Hall H line together, or coordinate our Comic-Con, or at least like hang out or get food and stuff. So it's crazy, like, to think we met them just in a line and then became like these lifelong friends that we like keep in touch with online and stuff like that. And they're from San Diego, so you never know who you're gonna meet, what's gonna happen, and that's the beauty of it. So
yeah,
I'm glad to meet you guys and be on here talking about it.
Yeah, thank you so much. We'll have to hit up downtown with Andrew and Cindy again, because that was chill.
That was fun. Next year.
Yeah, Angel City is great. So shout out to Angel
Shout out to
City.
Angel City and a friend who works there who always makes sure I have a very good time. So they will remain nameless. I don't know if they want to be named on here, but they hook it up. So
but yes, good on Angel City. Always a great meetup spot.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to do it again for sure.
Yeah.
But cool. Thanks for having me, guys.
Of course, we'll talk to you soon.
Wish I could talk about Nope.
Yeah, go watch it. That's the quick
Go
review. Go watch Nope, everyone. It's really good. And now we're going to talk about why.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you again to Felicia for stopping by. That was a lot of fun. Please go follow her, support her. She's we've seen firsthand she's a very hard worker and just an all-around great person to hang around with. So go over there. Get out of here. But first, stick around for our thoughts on Jordan Peele's Nope. Gene, what'd you think about Nope?
Oh, I loved it. I really enjoyed it. I think like Jordan Peele is just so in tune with his audience and everything, and just the fact that like this movie was just like his version of Jaws was just brilliant. And yeah, that guy can't do no wrong. People are wrong when they say Us was bad.
They're very wrong when they say Us is bad. And if you're one of those people who's like, Diego, what are you talking about? Us was bad. Then I'm saying, no, you're bad. Sorry, continue, Gene. I just have, you know how I feel about that movie too.
Yeah, no, I love it too. Hands across America. But yeah, no, I love the complexity of it. I love like the nuance. I love that it's about film, but like not really. But it's also about like UFOs, but not really. But I think it's just about like just motion pictures. The fact that the movie starts and ends with like a black man on a horse, like they say in that that monologue, and it begins and ends with that, and then just kind of just the Daniel Kaluuya and his sisters like kind of role in like film and everything. It was just really fascinating. I love all the imagery. I love all the symbolism. Yeah.
Yeah, like not super hard spoilers because we're not going to unpack it all. This was a Comic-Con heavy recap episode. We just wanted to mention Nope because it's fucking terrific. It's just I think Jordan Peele gets more impressive with his filmmaking with every film. That is not diminishing what he's done prior. I just think like he's shown he can kind of do like at almost every budget level now, and I hope the next one goes even bigger. Not like because more spectacle, just because he's shown he can do like a lot of stuff. And I think it's really interesting that he hires different cinematographers depending on his budget level. I forget who shot Get Out, which is a great looking movie.
Right.
Michael Giolakis, the guy who did It Follows, Split. He's a really talented DP. He did Us, which looks terrific as well. And then for this one, this is the big one. Hoyte van Hoytema, who does a lot of Nolan stuff, who shot Her.
Great
one of the greatest working cinematographers today, maybe one of the greatest to ever do it. And I thought it was super interesting that he hired him for like a horror movie. I was like, he doesn't do horror, but he's just like a talented artist who knows what like the movie requires. And I thought it was really impressive what he did with like the scale of stuff. You and I both saw in IMAX. I think you saw it on a bigger IMAX screen than I did, but there's a lot of sequences that are very large and overwhelming. I found it a deeply upsetting film in a way that's like in a good way. Like it did its job well, but I think Jordan Peele movies get under my skin in a way a lot of other horror movies don't.
Yes.
You know, not that other movies are lesser, although maybe they are if you compare them to Jordan Peele movies. But just in terms of like some of the violence in this movie, I didn't really expect it to be that difficult for me to watch. I don't really have a problem with violence in movies. I'm not saying this movie goes too far or anything like that. It just accomplishes what it set out to do very well. And it started making me very scared. I think people that don't think this movie is scary are not to be trusted. I think.
Yeah, you're wrong.
I'm gonna side eye you a little bit if I see you and be like, what are you saying? Why didn't this bother you? You know, I'm like looking up at the clouds at night now, like, oh, what's going up there? Yeah, again, not too heavy into the actual like evolution of the story, but yeah, I was really moved by like the sibling relationship as well. I thought Keke Palmer, who should have been a star long before this and has been working consistently, it seems like. She was on what was she? True Jackson VP, right? So I think the first like
I thought like she was in the Chip and Dale movie.
Is she? I didn't see a Chip and Dale movie.
Okay.
But she's been working. She's been great. Everyone knows she's been great. She hasn't had an opportunity to break out on film as much. This is clearly like her breakout for movies, which again should have happened before because she's been in the industry for so long. She kills it. Daniel Kaluuya, I just want to mention this. I've seen a lot of like criticism about his role being almost like a little shallow. I do not understand that at all. I think the movie is very clearly about why these siblings need to come together in light of a tragic circumstance that kind of precipitates the plot, you know, and gets it going. I found it the relationship between the siblings very like moving again, and I got genuinely concerned towards the end of the film when stuff starts ramping up, and I'm like, I like this group of characters, please be careful. You know, like I haven't really gotten that like emotionally invested in characters in movies the way I have like the way I did with these characters. I love that Jordan Peele is the type of movie nerd who will cast Michael Wincott in his movie. Like that's how you know he's like a real like true blue cinephile. It's like the guy from The Crow and Alien Resurrection. Why is he in a movie now? You know? Yeah,
well, I just love that they had what's his name, Richard Dreyfuss, in that Gordy's Home cameo.
Was that him?
Yeah.
What? Are you sure?
Let's double check.
I don't think so. No, that's not him.
Joey.
No. That's
wasn't damn it.
No, it's an actor named Andrew Patrick Ralston.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was good, but no, that wasn't Richard Dreyfuss. You're totally right about it being Jaws. I saw the movie the first time with people that hadn't seen Jaws before, and so I was like, okay, so we have to do a double feature when this comes out on Blu-ray because that's going to be a terrific double feature. The alien design also shocked me in a very profound way.
I guess
Which-
spoilers. Yeah.
No. We won't get into it, but
yeah, we won't say
it's very impressive. I think a lot of people, when it comes to stuff like aliens, vampires, werewolves, zombies, the supernatural, the extraterrestrial, I think we have like boxes that these things go into, and people tend to color within the lines. With Jordan Peele stuff, it's all taking elements that we understand as familiar, whether it be in genre or in reality, and then doesn't like subvert them as much as just like makes them more disturbing in a way.
Yeah.
This movie is also a quasi western, which
It
I
is.
love. There's a lot
Love
of
that.
hero western shots with the horses. There's an Akira reference.
Yeah, I was
which
like
everyone
screaming. Yeah.
I did the fucking Leonardo DiCaprio pointing thing again. I'm not above it. You know, some shit gets me excited.
Yeah.
It's a movie about the cost of spectacle, how the industry can exploit people, how exploitation just continues exploitation if you don't deal with like how it affects you as an individual. Yeah, there's a million things happening in this movie. Anyone who says they have all the answers right now is a liar. This is going to be a movie that you unpack for a long time to come, much like Us, much like Get Out. You know, I think this is maybe his most accessible film. Actually, no, Get Out's probably still the most accessible.
Yeah.
On the surface, that's like the simplest movie. It's still obviously got a fuck ton of stuff going on too. But Nope is it's a real treat. Might be my favorite movie of the year.
Wow. Okay. I think it might be mine too, actually.
Yeah, it's like
I'm not just
RRR.
parodying you, but yeah.
Yeah, no, RRR and Everything Everywhere All at Once are like right there also. But yeah, I won't solidify that as my number one of the year, but it's up there. And
yeah.
Go fucking watch it. It's so fucking good. Go see it on the biggest screen possible. If you want to wait for home video, because I know people are still uncomfortable with theaters because rising COVID numbers, other stuff happening. Understandable. You're in for a treat when you have it available to you. Just yeah, and enjoy the hell out of it. I loved it. Gene loved it. It looks like most people are loving it. Here's how fucking good it is. This is the last thing, and then we'll wrap up the episode.
Yeah.
It's so fucking good. I think we all kind of anticipated like a Jordan Peele like heel turn in regards to like film Twitter audiences. We're like, oh, he's popular now, so we got to like turn on him. This movie's so good. People aren't doing that, you know. It's like idiots like Logan Paul, which when you see the movie, you will understand is even funnier that he doesn't get it, specifically because of what the movie's about. Jordan Peele doesn't miss. That's what we're learning here today.
Yeah.
Gene, how many Diegos would you give Nope?
I give it like 5 genes.
5 genes. All right. I give it
Jean
13
jacket.
Diegos out of 13. All
Jean
right.
jacket.
Hell yeah. Go watch it. Thanks for listening, everyone. This was a packed episode. We're gonna get the fuck out of here. Gene, where can the people find you?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Gene9892.
And you could find me at the Diego Crespo. Check out the Waffle Press on Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, and Patreon, where you can get early access to. Oh, there's a little bug on my screen. You can get early access to other episodes of the retrospective. Gene and I are going to be working on backlogging some other fun stuff for the rest of the year. Basically, we're looking forward to it. Gene, anything else you want to plug? Again, do we miss anything?
I guess just check out the shows I work on, I suppose.
Yeah. Go support Gene. Yeah. He's a good guy.
Just go to the G4 YouTube channels. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, leave. Just listen to him in the background or focus in on him entirely. Whatever makes you happy. Yeah. Thanks for listening, everyone. Thanks for watching. We have been professionally unprofessional.